Hey guys, so today marks 60 days that I've quit smoking. It's been 2 months and it feels good. I don't hack and cough in the morning. I don't wake up with a stuffy nose or a bloody nose. I mean, I live in the desert, the air is pretty dry, but it's not really an issue anymore. I feel a lot better. I work, I have a real physical job and I feel like I'm more efficient at my job because I haven't been smoking. So, those are all pluses. And I mean, of course, there's minuses to every adventure. I made a few bunk purchases. I still buy shit I don't need all the time. But I bought like a little 510 kit for too much, and the batteries were crap, and the little cartridges were crap. And I'm pretty thankful that I quickly found the little ego setup, like an ego twist. I started with a small battery and, increased my need for, battery life to sustain my day without lapsing or smoking. So I went to the 1000 milliamp ego twist battery, which I still have. Uh, for 2 months, it's been working great, and I've since moved far beyond that, but I carry it with me every day because it just works every time. And that's what I wanted. There's lots of little claromizers and all kinds of little crap that I bought that really sucks. Um, but I'm glad I bought it and found that out because it's part of growing with a new adventure, I guess. I mean, I've gotten into variable voltage, variable wattage now from a personal vaporizer, to really up the experience, which is cool. It's a little more expensive. When I first started out, you're talking $25 for a battery or so, and $6 for a Clearomizer. $10 for a bottle of juice to last, a month or something. But you start getting into, I have like 100 different juices now and 10 personal vaporizers from, Z-Max to Silver Bullet, uh, Vamo, and they're all really cool. A couple of them do the same things, but I don't, want to have, or I didn't want to have like 10 Z Maxes because they all do the same thing, and I know I don't need 10. But before I bought 20 cigarettes, and they all did the same thing. But now I get, my nicotine in one, and I don't have to have a bunch of devices. I have a bunch of batteries, but batteries are an expendable item, so it's not the end of the world. $10, $12 for a battery, and it keeps me off cigarettes. And after 60 days, it feels pretty good to say that I'm definitely not a tobacco user. I don't know if the classification is that I'm not a smoker. Technically, I'm not smoking anything. I am a personal vapor user, and I do vape. I am a vapor, and I will continue to vape because the health benefits that I've seen just over 60 days is a drastic improvement. And granted, that's a period of time when you're coming off one thing and cleaning yourself up, and it sounds like a drug video, and that's definitely not what it is. But it takes time to get all that crap out of your lungs and just to feel better about things like life or whatever. um, yeah, so I just wanted to mention that I have started a blog. It's vapequest.blogspot.com. I also have a link on there to YouTube, and it's my quest through vaping, and it hasn't ended yet. So it's been there since the beginning, and it's 2 months worth of backlog or blog, if you will. So there's not a whole lot of content, but as still a new vapor, there's still places that I prefer to buy from, or places or sites that I prefer to visit, and I'm very confident there's still a lot of stuff to learn. But to anybody who has supported me during my 2 months, I know I haven't really been a raving lunatic because I uh, didn't quit using nicotine. And the first time I did quit smoking, I quit nicotine altogether. And that was bad news for myself and a lot of people. I'm not the smallest person, and when I get mad, I knock things over and I put holes in things, and you know. But anyway, I haven't had any kind of issues like that whatsoever, which is really good. So my girlfriend hasn't had to body slam me lately, which is good for me too. So yeah, like I'm enjoying vaping a lot, and I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who has kind of pushed or shoved me one direction or the other, or people I've gotten to talk to that you know kind of do take it a little more seriously and not just like an electronic cigarette, like what the hell, just smoke a cigarette. No, no, I don't want to do that. But for everyone out there that's thinking about quitting, it's a great, great, great way to relieve yourself of the actual cigarette. I really, really liked smoking. I smoked a pack or better a day of, I started with Marlboro Reds, and then I smoked Camel Lights for about 10 or 8 years. And at the last 2 years, I was smoking a pack or better a pack or better a day of Marlboro Reds. So, I mean, I guess I was a pretty heavy user, smoker. I'm not that heavy of a vapor. One 6 milliliter tank will last me 2 days, you know? Um, so it's been a good transition. I mean, one 6 milliliter tank lasts me 2 days. The juice is $20. I can fill it 5 times. Do the math. It's there. I mean, of course, the hardest thing is the initial purchase, which can be 50, 60, 70, $100. Or there's people that rush right out, and it's such a big deal to them that they go out and buy a Provari or something that's $200. And if you have an expendable chunk of income that you can purchase something like that with, you'll start out with a great experience, and you won't have to buy this and buy that and lead up to the Provari that you might have bought, or the Z-Max, or the Silver Bullet, or whatever you're into. There's something for that. So, I mean, if anybody is looking to quit smoking, or anybody that's looking to quit smoking, give vaping a try. And I just, it worked for me, so I'm willing to put that out there as a viable option to other people because I found it useful, and it's good. So I'm still getting this motion, not like this motion, with the whatever you call it, and I'm still blowing a smoke. It's a vapor. I'm not taking in any tar. I'm not burning any tobacco. It's I'm not really sure how it affects your teeth or things like that. I'm sure it has very, very greatly reduced risk of any sort to your teeth. It doesn't turn your fingers yellow. It doesn't stink anything up. I haven't had anybody yet say, "Excuse me, sir, you're gonna have to leave. You smell like strawberries." That's ridiculous. I mean, who does that? But yeah. So vapequest.blogspot.com or vapequest, facebook.com/vapequest. There's some info on there. But hey, the quest goes on, so welcome. And I've gotten a couple new YouTube users, subscribers, and I appreciate that. If anything I say helps you or helps anybody, that's pretty payment enough for me. If I could do anything to help somebody or get them off cigarettes or provide information about something that they don't know. I mean, granted, I don't know a whole lot of stuff. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but not a lot of it about any one thing. But if we put our heads together, we might know a little more about one thing, or whatever. Just subscribe, YouTube, to the blog or whatever, and keep on vaping, or whatever you want to say. Just don't smoke.